Hey everybody, it's Richie B, and I am sitting outside of Planet Fitness. I hit my gym for the day, and my higher self and the energies want me to just make a little video about who the Council of Light is. When I awoke, and I tell everybody this story, my awakening was like massive hardcore. It was not like, oh, I'm aware. I was always aware, but never got past that box point. And where I was living as I was really starting to catapult into my awakening, the density was so thick. I ended up waking up in what I was completely getting was like a negative, what's the word? Dark nega crystal palace castle zone. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. And when you are blasted open and your sensors are so skyrocketed that you can feel somebody from minimum 10 feet away and outward, and you start to feel who people really are and what they really are. And that was pretty hardcore for me. And if anybody else out there and this is resonating with you, awesome, man, because you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's literally like one day you're like a cardboard cutout, and the next day you're like 50,000 cardboard cutouts, but in a multi-layered tiered effect where you're no longer three-dimensional. You're like 50,000D. Yeah, I like that. But the initially when I was awoken, it started with, I have found you. And I was just like, what the fuck? And you know, that led to a whole other thing. But the Council of Light literally showed up. I think it might have been the same day or the day. Heart space opening. The day or day after I was awoken. And to understand the Council of Light is to understand exactly what is going on. The Council of Light are a brethren, a council, a galactic awareness, much more than the galactic awareness, who are all working in a unity consciousness to help bring Gaia's vibration back up, to bring her into alignment with her galactic heritage, which has been robbed of her and her children, which is why us starlighters and starseeds and lightworkers are all doing what we are doing down here, angels and so on. Hello. And when for me, when a member of the council would commune, you have to envision a stadium, like a football stadium, and but like there's no end to the football stadium, because you know existence is infinitial, and down here we know so much about so little, yet so little about so much, and yet we know so much. Just love all that. And it literally, we're gonna just use the humanoid shape because it's how they commune with us down here, because it's the form that we're in. But just imagine, like, you have this whole lit spectrum of this beautiful, and it's not like a light bulb light, it's like a prismatic glowing white ember with like a blue energy field around it, and different colors depending on what their energy vibration is, and whether they're more masculine charged or feminine charged. And Wow. When one would commune, it would literally light up and stand up, so to speak, and some would send through facial visuals so that I would start to learn who I was communicating with. And the spectrum is just massive. And the communication was literally coming from this back area. I think this is called the oh crap, I just know there's a massive chakra back here, and like the communication comes like through this way, and it was so precise and clear, and it was just amazing. And then the language of light and love would start to come out, the galactic language, light language. There's so many different things to call it. I often refer to it as light language or galactic language. And when it was coming through in each dialect of it, so to speak, but it was so universal, like it was all making sense. So it sounded different, but it all felt the same. Which is very different from down here, because down here all of our languages are they're what I call blocky. They're blocky. So it's all linear, it's all mental, as opposed to like the heart, and you can say so much more in the light language coding and stuff like that. But they would light up, and literally, like if they were multi-communing or they were speaking amongst themselves, I could see them speaking, and then I could actually hear it because I was a part of I was there, but here at the same time. And I often look away, and I tell everybody this when I'm in the energies, because it's hard to look and pull down. Yes, I can share that. So it's you know, but they had also shown me, and I think this was probably going on before my awakening, but it was like I got slammed open before all the massive blast waves came through, and like I got downloaded what I was supposed to do, which was interesting because the path that I was really interested in doing was a path that everybody kind of kept pushing me away from. So it was like humans, like humanity, and it was like, whoa, that's what my heart always wanted to do, and you know, it's something that I'm starting to whatever. And Nebula. Yes. You know, there are galactic queens and kings on this board, as well as a lot of others, and there are front speakers, and they Nebulon is one of them, and some are strong, some are soft, some stay silent, some, I mean, to be quite honest, like for them all to light up, like you know, it was, I would get one and one and one and one, and then it would get like a bunch, and then it would be one and one and one and one, and each time we are working with our energies, our higher self, our oversoul aspects, all that stuff. There are aspects that are working with our oversoul aspects. So like, let's just use Arcturian, Pleiadians, Syrians, and Lyrans, whoever contributed to our master physical existence. I like that, very Van Gogh. There are also other light beings that are working with those energies. So that's what keeps it so, I want to call those magic hands. I saw this in a movie somewhere, and then there's like light hands. But the Council of Light, it's really an inward journey when you're working with the Council of Light, because what my part of the Council of Light is contributing is not what their part of somebody else that's doing this journey down here. And I'm starting to understand as I'm that could be a lot of the reason why there's so much confusion, because there's so much going on, and people get their messages differently. And the Council of Light, it's all the same concept of what we're all here to do. We're just working with different energies, and we have different attributes and gifts and blessings that have come down, and we're still getting more. There's still always going to be a lot more. You know, if you are communing with the Council of Light, guides don't leave. They just step back. And the Council of Light does not go anywhere. Just different things start to pop out that you start working with because you're evolving, or, you know, something else going on this way. So you're, whatever is coming in this way. And ask if they will give you a visual so that you can understand the face that you're working with. This way, if you do tap in and you are getting a message and it's outside of your oversoul or your higher self or your aspects of you and blah, 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 which is all the same thing, you'll know who you're speaking with. And with all the blast waves that have been coming, I was literally shown when I was woken up, Gaia, and the light waves, like this is Gaia ball right here, right? And it was like a massive phew, and then just covered in this beautiful white light. And it was just really beautiful. And we're still getting them. And love and light has won. Now we're building. There are more downloads coming. It's not going to stop. And it's easy to get lost in a shuffle, especially when, like, our community of light workers and starlighters and all the other amazing, beautiful beings, it sometimes it feels no different than the gay community, and it's frustrating. It's like everybody wants to tell everybody else what they should and shouldn't be doing, or this, that, and the other thing. And I feel like we're trying to promote unity, but I keep noticing, and listen, I got caught up in it too. I'm you know, that we're still dividing, and it you guys must come together. Yeah. And I've been getting this for about a year now. This very distinct message that we must come together. Division is only in vision. That is it. Okay, so yeah, this turned into a little bit more than Council of Light, but apparently this is why I was getting pushed to push this video out, because, like we all know, divine timing, things come through. And I will be posting some other videos of the subsets of the Council of Light, such as Council of Nine, the Council of Love, the white robe brotherhood, the elders, the ancient ones, the golden ones, and so on and so forth. Well, this was a very kind of serious, not so serious, blah, 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 message. And this is one of those moments where I say I'm grateful for this message that I have received while getting to share it with all of you guys. And to anybody that's watching this, I'm always going to say this, it's going to get easier. It gets easier. And the messages that you're getting, you're gonna want validation, you're gonna want something. If you're gonna do that, you've got to pick who really energizes with you, like who really energizes with you with discernment and stuff like that. It makes such a huge difference. And you know, keeping a journal, that journal is going to keep you grounded and remembering, and like, you just don't know what choices by going outside of yourself for that validation can do. And you know, live in peace. Create your mighty golden fleece. Do not fear. You all have a peace. Master puzzle. All right, with that, we are done. Yes, we are done. Subscribe, please, y'all. And yeah, I get a southern accent every so often too. I've always kind of liked that. Anyway, subscribe, and much love, my loves. Namaste, and keep trucking, keep trucking, keep trucking. You got this, dudes and dudettes. See ya, man.